Y'all, this episode, oh my... So first things first, right away. If you have not watched this episode, the most recent episode, episode 17 of Dragon Ball Daima, stop right now. You don't want the spoilers. Pause the video. Go watch it. Come back afterwards. Trust me, I am not one of those people that's going to spoil things in the thumbnail. I'm not one of those people that's going to spoil things here. I'm going to warn you right away. You want to get this organically. Believe you me. That out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the episode. Guys, holy crap. Okay, so first things first, we're going to split this episode into like two halves, because the first half of the episode was very dull, for lack of a better way to put it. The story was kind of doing its thing. The story was okay. The sound development just was what it was. We had a lot of the negative sound we had last episode, but I 100% see where it was going. Now, about halfway through this episode, I was absolutely just livid with the condition of the episode and what Toei was doing. And I really was not happy with the very first half of the episode. It felt very lazy. A lot of the animation thing, there's a moment where there's a close-up of Dr. Arinisu, and if they're gonna do it, I'm gonna be that person. I've worked in animation for years, and I'm gonna be that person. If you're gonna do that kind of a close-up, and if you're not gonna actually draw out the animations properly, just do it in the computer. Have your artist draw everything out. When you blow it up, it's all vector art. There's no it's all lines on screen, and none of it's pixelated, or it shouldn't be if you do it right. And then just close up and do some kind of visual effect in your post-production software. It's really not that hard. Here's what they did is they animated some of this stuff very lazily, and I was very upset with the first half of the episode. Slow frame rates and shots that should have been full frame rate. Like I said, that drawn out still, which would have had a better effect if it was done digitally. Just a number of things that were not well executed. Now, let me touch on the sound for a minute, because it's not as relevant in the second half of the episode. I just got back from watching episodes 12 and 13 of Danmachi. For those of you guys that watch that series, we cover that over on my other channel, Raptor's Delight. And in that, I literally went from watching 2 episodes of Freya to now an episode of Dr. Arinisu, who's literally the same. Perfect casting. Absolutely phenomenal casting. We've known that character for years. We get our Dr. Arinisu, and she just brings an absolute presence, and it's literally the same voice, same basic character, and it's just absolutely spot-on casting. Absolutely love it. So 10 out of 10 audio work, maybe a 9.8 if I really want to nitpick some of the negative space. Second half of the episode, though, is a 12 out of 10 on all marks. Story, animation. The second half of the episode is nuts. So the second half of the episode is full of your soundtracks. We get some crazy, crazy things. You get all the soundtracks that you've ever wanted. In fact, it's probably made up for all that negative space that I criticized in episode 16. All the story elements it's not that much story. It's all fighting. It's all fighting. But the animation in the last half of this episode is on par with the most current Toei movies. It is that damn good. And when the episode cuts off, I literally screamed, "No, not there," at my TV. I was just no, you can't not show me that. You got it. We need more. This should have been a double episode. I'm spoiled. I just got done watching a double episode. So, basically, Goku and Vegeta are bickering about who's more or less going to take on Majin Buu at the beginning of this. All he knows is Dr. Arinisu has the Dragon Ball, and she's okay, I'll challenge you guys to a fight. Winner take all, right? Whoever wins gets all 3 Dragon Balls. They're that's not fair. We have 2, you have 1. And Goku's nah, I got this. He literally just walks up, he's doing his little warm-up routine, and he's bet. And I love that Vegeta comes in, he's hold up. Who said you were going to be the one to fight? And Goku's just straight up you fought last time. It's my turn. Like, 100%. And I love even Bulma's like, I mean, fair is fair, I guess. So Goku goes up. And I love that Majin Buu hands her the Dragon Ball like he's going to do anything. And she's like, hold up, what are you doing, my guy? Majin Buu, go kill him. And Buu runs over there. And the fight between Buu and Goku is at least entertaining. I don't think Goku is ever going all out. But he, it was Goku. He's gonna have fun with it for the most part. And, their fight was okay. There were moments of the animation I was very, unhappy with. Like I said, the frame rates were all over the place and just bam. But we got to talk about that last half of the episode, okay, guys? Now, first things first, is it just me, or is Goma literally wearing a Pride Troopers outfit? I didn't even notice it when he first showed up, but now that he's all, buff and crazy, he literally looks like he's wearing a Pride Troopers outfit. It's the same damn everything. If that's a reveal at the end of this, I'm going to actually be upset. But to see him go from being short and unassuming and very small to now, just because he gets the third eye, he's absolutely enormous. They show a shot of Abra later, who is just, he's enormous. He's like the size of a continent. So I guess that's just the power of the third eye. It just exponentially blows up whatever latent power you had. It's really, really, really crazy. So Goma shows up and he just starts wrecking stuff. And I love, he's like, all right, we're going to fight. And he literally used the power of the third eye to make this arena, which does, funny enough, look a lot like the arena from the Tournament of Power. And everything goes crazy. And I love it. As everyone's like, okay, cool, how are we going to handle this? Vegeta's just like, well, my turn. And he just goes. Fair's fair, right? Goku had his turn with Majin Buu. And Vegeta gets his turn with Goma. But Goma, oh my God. Goma is a powerhouse. Goma, this third eye thing gave him well, of course, we never saw his power before, but it's pretty, and Dr. Onisu did say that he's got tricks up his sleeve, but it is pretty obvious that this was an immense power up, probably hundreds of times his normal amount of power. It is crazy, completely bonkers. And as things are popping off, it suddenly is, brought to everyone's attention that this is not just one person's fight. It is going to take the power of everybody to take this dude down. And Goku enters the fight, and then Piccolo enters the fight, and just one by one, more and more people enter the fight. And my favorite part here, I love that Bulma goes over. And I'll get to my favorite part, actually, because I got to segue into here. Not my favorite part, but I love that Bulma goes over to Dr. Onisu, and she's like, you do anything about this? She's like, fine. Ku and Do, go fight him, and Ku and Do go off. And I love Neva goes over. This is my favorite part. I love how Neva goes over to the Tamagami, and he's just winks at him. And Tamagami's like, you all right, bro? I ain't like that. Oh, bet. Fair. Cool. And then the Tamagami gets in the fight. And we already know that dude's legit, right? That dude is strong. And granted, Majin Buu did overtake him, but that dude is, a sight to behold. Now, we also know that the last Tamagami made Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3, and the first one made Goku go Super Saiyan. So, things are going off. But the last whole half of this episode is just a damn slobber knocker where no one can get the upper hand. I also love the fact that Goma has classic Goma moment. He goes to punch Vegeta, misses, hits his palace, and the palace starts falling apart. And he's just has this Goma reaction, whoa! Very funny. Hilarious. Did not take me out of it. Was just on brand for Goma, right? Now Vegeta's just damaging his castle just to be a jerk at that point. But once everyone has entered the battle, once everyone is up on stage, and is just like going at it. Like literally Goma takes Vegeta and just flings him off to the side. Super Saiyan Vegeta, mind you. Super Saiyan Vegeta flings him off to the side. And everybody is going in. Everybody is fighting. Everybody. And even Glorio's down there with like his gun. Just like that's gonna... I mean, I guess we have more or less seen that thing is not like, you know, our normal pew-pews. It is definitely something on a whole different level. But, you know, everybody, like, Goma's basically blocking everybody. Like, it's like, if you remember back to Dragon Ball Z when Trunks first showed up and Goku's, like, parrying every shot with just his powered-up finger, it is like that with Goma. Goma is unaffected by the legitimate onslaught, but he's also enormous. Dude is like 50 feet tall, and he is just knocking folks back. And we did see a moment there where Goku let the pack that has all the bugs in it slip out, and I think that's going to come into play. I have a feeling I know what's coming from that, and if you guys want a whole video on how I think that's going to go down, let me know in the comments, because I have a really crazy idea, and I think it would be amazing. Like for those that remember Dragon Ball Heroes level of OMFG, they did not. But you know, actually later on in the episode, Vegeta literally asked Goku for one of the healing bugs, which Vegeta never does, right? And Goku's like, pack's gone. I don't know, dude. It's gone, right? But now we've got like everybody in the fray. The Tamagami's fighting, and Goku actually gets frozen at one point. Like, Goku's Super Saiyan is frozen by Goma. Goma unleashes this crazy blast, and Majin Buu and the Tamagami actually are there holding the blast back. It's so crazy. And in that very moment, last call for those of you that don't want the big spoiler from the episode. At that moment, Goku breaks free of his bonds and starts just screaming. And you know damn well what's going to happen when this happens, right? You know damn well what's about to go down. Goku's hair starts growing longer and longer and longer. Goku now goes Super Saiyan 3. So we've seen Super Saiyan 3 out of Goku. We've seen Super Saiyan 3 out of Vegeta. Are we legitimately building up to make Super Saiyan 4 legitimately like an honest to goodness form? Because Goma's huge. Goma's massive. Goma's a threat. And they're going to need a lot more power. Now, I have another idea too, and we'll discuss that coming up here soon. But a lot of GT elements, a lot of the best GT elements they have taken from that series and brought into this one. So I would not be surprised if they led up to that, if that was kind of like the last hurrah. But I do think between now and then, there's one other thing that I think will take place. And if you guys want a whole breakdown on all that, let me know in the comments. Guys, I cannot wait for the next episode. It's... I'm out of words. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I have more Dokkan Battle coming up soon. We will talk more Dragon Ball Daima. We've got to talk about this upcoming episode because holy crap. I'll be back with more soon.